Okay, so this is the first sit down talking video of 2020. We're going to be doing a natural beat, and when I say natural, I don't really mean natural. I mean like your everyday, the go-to makeup look. I did this like a year ago, but I wanted to update it and just make it a little bit more glam, so it's like that everyday neutral glam. So to start off, I'm going to actually start off with some lip balm and put that all over my lips. Lips moisturized. Next, I'm going to go in with some primer, and I'm going to take a matte primer because I want this look to be really matte. I'm not in the mood for a dewy look today, so we're just going to add this primer. And I've used this primer a lot in my videos. It's actually one of my favorite drugstore primers. It is the black Radiance True, what is it called? It's right here, let me read it. It's a True Complexion Shine Control Primer, and I really like this primer. And I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit so that I can get all tacky, and then in the meantime I'm going to take a smoothie break. So once the first layer dries, I'm going to go in with another layer and really just work that into my skin. I really love this primer because it really feels like it's applying a base on your skin, and it doesn't just feel like I'm just throwing primer on and I don't really feel the effect. I really feel the effect of this primer because when I touch my skin, I could tell it's a little bit tacky. So that's what I love. And then I'm going to go in with the Baby Skin Primer by Maybelline, and I'm going to put some of that just in my T-zone area. Next, for foundation, I'm going to go in with my favorite. It is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in the shade C10 and C11. So this is my go-to makeup look when I am trying to just do something really simple. So these are going to be all the products that I grab when I am just doing a simple look, because I know that they work well together, and I don't like to try new things when I'm going for just a simple everyday look. I use more C11 than I do C10 because C11 is more neutral and C10 has a really red undertone, but I like the two together. And then I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. powder brush and my e.l.f. misting set, and I'm just going to spray my brush. I don't know what the reason behind this is, but I just like how it applies, how my foundation applies with a damp brush. It's kind of the same technique as applying your foundation or your concealer with a damp sponge. It just sinks into the skin so much better. So I've just, ever since I've started doing it years ago, I've just never stopped. So I have no real reason, real explanation why I do what I do, but it works for me. I'm gonna go in with about this much foundation. I'm just going to mix it up on my hand and then apply it to my face. So this is a very good everyday foundation because it's not too cakey and it's very buildable. So if you need to add more, you can, but if you want to really keep it light and simple, you can as well. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to go in with my Ruby Kisses concealer, and I'm just going to highlight my areas that I like to conceal and brighten. And I use this concealer so much because I feel like it is one of the concealers that I have found that I wouldn't say have my perfect concealer shade, but they basically have my perfect concealer shade. Their concealer, I love the consistency of it. It's very creamy. The shade is not too red, it's not too orange. It blends very well, it sets very well, and I just feel like I'm one of those people, especially when it comes to makeup. I know it's not the norm here on YouTube, especially in like beauty, is I actually like to use my products and really wear them out. And if I like something, I'm like, why do I need to change it? I feel like if I have a routine that I really like, or have products that I really like and I know that they work well for my skin, I'm just gonna keep using them, you know? That doesn't mean I'm not gonna try new things, but it also means that I'm going to use what I like. That's kind of how I look at it with some situations. Always down to try new things, especially because concealers can offer different types of coverages. They can just really, you know, change your whole makeup look. So I'm always down to try new things, but I'm just not going to bite the bait at every single new product that comes out. I'm not just going to go run to Sephora and buy it, because the worst thing for me is investing in products and I don't even like them, or they don't even have the right shade, especially for us chocolate girls out here. Sometimes a lot of brands hit the mark and a lot of times they miss the mark with the color shades and color payoffs with some products. So I just kind of like to find what I like, and then once I like something, then I'll use it, you know, and if it's really good, I'll recommend it. But I'm not like a hop to hop to hop to hop to hop to hop to hop top. Like, I just, moving on. I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is a tried and true, okay? This is a legendary product, and I feel like if you've ever worn makeup, you've tried LA Girl Pro Concealer in your life. But I'm gonna go in with the shade Chesnut, and I'm just going to add a little bit of brightness into the corner. Not even a little bit, because I'm gonna go in with the brighter concealer, but I like to mix these two together before I go in with the brighter concealer. So I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera, because I have an updated eyebrow routine coming out soon, so you guys can see an in-depth process of how I do my brows. They just take forever in my opinion, so I'm just going to go ahead and knock those out off camera. And usually when I am doing my brows, I like to let my concealer sit and just marinate on my skin, and then I go back in and blend it all out when I have my brows done. So with that being said, I'm going to see you guys whenever I get done putting these brows on my face. So now our brows are on, and I like to do my concealer first, because then when I blend out the concealer on my brows, I just do it all together, so I don't have to blend twice. So that's why I kind of like having my concealer just sit there while I do my brows, and then I'll just blend them all together. And to do that, I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge, and it is damp with hot water, and I'm going to just blend out the concealer. Okay, so that is that already blended out. Like y'all see, I am such an advocate for blending, okay? If you guys haven't known, now you know that I love to, oh, look at me over here. Oh, I'm talking about blending, but I am such an advocate for blending, because I feel like that is how your makeup is going to look flawless, is by how good you blend your makeup. Because you want to make sure that people know you're wearing makeup, but people can't see your lines of demarcation, you know what I mean? So with blending, it just ensures that everything just looks seamless. And that's why it's very important to use the right shade of products, because if your foundation doesn't blend well already with your skin tone, and then you put on a lighter concealer and the blend isn't there, it's going to be noticeable. It's going to be very, very noticeable. And you just don't want that for yourself. You know, you don't want to spend all this time beating your face just for it to come out, you know, looking subpar. You want to make sure that everything is blended very well and very seamlessly. Even if it makes you have to take more time on your base makeup, I say do it. And base makeup is my favorite. Base is in like the face makeup. It is my favorite part of makeup because I feel like you can have the best eyeshadow in the world, sis. Like you can have the best eyeshadow in the world, okay? But if your face is not beat, if it's not snatched, if it's not blended, then you know, you just gonna have some cute eyeshadow. You know, that's okay. But I want a whole cute face, a whole cute, you know, beat. I don't want just one part of my beat to look good. You know what I mean? What am I gonna do? Let me see what I'm gonna do. I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of a lighter concealer. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 35 Deep, which is really not deep, it's really bright. So I don't know why they called it that. But I'm just gonna go in with a little bit to add some highlight right there. And I'm going to mix this with Maybelline Adria Wine concealer in the shade Tan. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that right there so that these two blend really good. Because I like the consistency of the Maybelline one. It's more creamy, and I feel like it'll help the Maybelline blend into my skin without it being too overpowering. It's because it's such a light color. See? Not too shabby. Now that that's done, we're going to go in and add a little bit more definition in the areas that we would quote-unquote contour. So I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Congo, and I'm going to put a little bit of this on my nose like that, on my cheeks, and then on my forehead. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this Shop Miss A beauty sponge. I'm gonna take this sponge and I'm going to just pounce my face to blend it all together. Now that that's blended out really well, it just adds some more color back into our face so we don't look so washed out. And then I'm going to go in with this concealer brush, and I'm just going to blend this out. Just pat this into my skin and just blend it into my eyelids at the top. Next, we're going to set our concealer so that it doesn't start creasing, and to do that I'm going to go in with my Cover FX matte setting powder in the shade Deep. If you're new to my channel, you don't know how much I love this powder, but if you've been watching the last couple of videos, you guys, I don't have to keep saying it in every video, okay? Y'all know how I feel about this powder. Let's just proceed. So I'm gonna take the sponge that I used to conceal with, and I'm going to dip it into the powder and just press it into my skin. So that is the side that is set, and this is the side that isn't. You can tell it's very much glossy, dewy, glowy, and this side is more like, you still see that glow, you know, there, but you know, it's not as intense. Sometimes I like to go in and bake. Today I don't think I'm going to bake, just because I like how this looks right now and I don't feel like I need any extra like coverage. Next we're going to move on to blush, and I'm going to take the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place. And as you guys see, I use a lot of Juvia's Place in my videos, and it's just because one, they're very affordable, and two, they have really good color payoff. So I'm gonna get some more eyeshadow, okay, for right now. Y'all know when they broke, don't fix it. All right, so I'm gonna go take this brown shade right here, and I'm going to use that as like my contour slash bronzer, just so that I can set that foundation that I put on my face so that it doesn't look really dewy. And then I'm gonna go in also to the Saharan blush palette by Juvia's Place. The Saharan blush palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to take the shade Abby, which is like a dark brownish purple type of color, and I'm just going to use a little bit of that as well. Okay, you see that I already added just a little bit more color. And then I'm gonna go in to Abby and then just add a little bit more oomph, you know what I mean? Eyes, we're gonna go into our Black Opal Total Coverage Face and Body Concealer in the shade Truly Topaz. And we're going to put that on our lid. Okay, so the lashes are on, really cute, and I'll have all the information for the lashes in the description box. But next we are going to move on to the rest of the face. We're basically done at this point. What we're going to do next is just add a little bit of highlight, add some more just like minor details to the look. So I'm gonna go in and spray my face. That's the first thing I'm gonna go in and do. And then I'm gonna go in with my Real Technique sponge and just press everything into my skin. We're gonna go back into that L'Oreal Telescopic mascara and just put that in our bottom lash line. I'm gonna go into the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. Looks like that. I'm gonna go in with the top champagne gold right here, and then the rich gold right there. So next I'm gonna go in and wipe off the makeup that is on my lips. Now that it's wiped off, I have a lot of lip glosses that I'm gonna go in with. The first lip gloss is going to be this pink lip gloss. I have no idea where it's from, but it's a bubblegum pink lip gloss, and I'm going to put that in the center like this. and the brown in my lips serve as like a natural lip liner. So once that's done, I'm going to go in with this black Radiance Perfect Tone lip gloss. I don't know what shade it's in, but it's like a pink lip gloss. And then I'm gonna go in with the Diamond Glow lip gloss from Nika K, New York. I got this from the beauty supply store. It's in the shade Beauteous. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on. It has like some sparkle in it. And lastly, I'm gonna go in with some clear lip gloss to blend it all together. This is a finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my go-to everyday makeup look when I am just trying to look cute, but you know I'm not trying to do the most. It's very simple, very cute. I feel like a little Barbie doll. Like, it's just really, really cute. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more looks from me, be sure to let me know down in the description box so I can be sure to film those for you. But until next time, stay beautiful. I love you so much. Peace and love. I will see you in my next video.